Bright suns, everyone. We are here tonight at Disneyland for Star Wars Night. This is an after-hour, separately ticketed event available in April and May on select nights at the Disneyland Resort. Super excited. This is our second year coming here. And before I actually get into all the fun stuff for Star Wars Night, I'm going to talk some more about Season of the Force, which is all of the Star Wars themed activities, food, all that good stuff available for all park guests through June 2nd. Let's kick things off with a trip into Tomorrowland to head on to Star Tours. The adventures continue. There are new additions to the ride inspired by Ahsoka, Andor, and The Mandalorian, which are all available on Disney Plus to watch, and I highly recommend if you have not seen them yet. You can receive urgent transmissions from Ahsoka Tano, Cassian Andor, or Din Djarin and Grogu. Enjoy!
I'm not actually the captain. We're looking for this rebel spy. Have you seen them?
I've been looking for you.
Ahsoka Tano. Greetings.
3PO. R2. You're traveling with a friend of mine that has vital information for the rebellion.
The spy. I knew it.
Head to the rendezvous point I am sending you. Good luck, Star Tours. And may the Force be with you.
Coordinates I am transmitting to you. This mission is dangerous. Be strong and courageous. This is the way.
Star Tours. It's 2 against 1 here. Go do some help.
Through June 2nd, you can ride Hyperspace Mountain, which is the overlay on Space Mountain to dodge TIE fighters and encounter a Star Destroyer. Hyperspace Mountain debuted for the first time in November 2015 at Disneyland to celebrate the release of Star Wars The Force Awakens, and it has now made regular returns ever since to celebrate Season of the Force. It's something I always look forward to. It's super fun, and I highly recommend going on it and making sure you have the time to give it a ride on your trip. Just outside of the parks is the Grand Californian Hotel, where you can head inside to see an amazing galactic creation. This culinary creation of the Millennium Falcon was made with edible ingredients like 80 pounds of cereal, 60 pounds of marshmallow, 100 pounds of dark chocolate, and more. And while you're there, don't forget to shop special Star Wars themed sweet treats. Those are available in the lobby right near the display and also in the Craftsman Grill. There are even more sweet treats available. Speaking of food, there are of course new food items available for Season of the Force this year. Unfortunately, there was nothing vegan that I was able to try, but there was a new drink that intrigued me. This is the Pasaana Punch at Ronto Roasters. It's made with orange juice, white grape juice, red passion fruit juice, and hibiscus. It is a bit more florally in flavor than fruity, but still very good and refreshing. I have not yet gotten to experience it, but on select nights you can enjoy Fire of the Rising Moons, a new nighttime experience featuring the Disneyland fireworks display with musical selections from Star Wars. This can be enjoyed in multiple areas in Galaxy's Edge, including the Speeder Garage, Black Spire Spaceport, and the docking platform. And as with any nighttime spectacular at Disneyland, I would just recommend getting there early because this is new, available for a limited time, and I'm sure very popular. And if you have a Magic Band Plus, they will also interact with lights and vibrations to go with the atmosphere. You can also participate in a fun and free little seek and find scavenger hunt activity available for all guests through the end of Season of the Force or while supplies last. You can pick up this map in the Star Trader in Tomorrowland. You basically just go around the park and figure out the coded messages on these supply cylinders, and it will help form a code word. And once you have it figured out, you can go take it back to the Star Trader and get a little commemorative prize. Of course, there's also a variety of new Star Wars merchandise items available throughout the park that you can shop in honor of Season of the Force. But now let's go and celebrate Star Wars Night.
The time has arrived, and Star Wars Night has officially begun. Tonight, you are invited to enjoy an array of activities that celebrate one of our most beloved franchises. So, make the jump to Lightspeed and enjoy your evening here at Star Wars Night.
Here's what the event map looks like. It has a good amount of information about all of the different activities, the photo ops, the characters you can meet, plus the food, the merchandise, the magic key perk, all that good stuff that you need to know. And I'm really liking that they decided to shrink the maps down to this smaller size this year. They did this for Disney Channel Night as well, because it's much easier if you are carrying just a small bag and you don't want to hold that full-size park map with you. We're over at Galactic Grill, and we're starting off the night with some food for Bill. This is one of the special event only meals. This is the Duel of the Sliders. It's 2 chicken sliders with dueling flavors of sweet and spicy, and some seasoned curly fries. So we'll see how they are. Bill, how was the chicken?
The sweet one was good. It was like the Korean fried chicken one that they had at DCA a while ago. Spicy one was not edible. I took a bite and spit it out. It was really bad.
How were the fries?
Yeah, they were fine.
Okay, well, now we're gonna go hunt for some merchandise. So let's go do that. Yay. Never mind on the merchandise because stuff is already sold out. I only wanted the pin. It's sold out for the night. Maybe I'll talk more about the situation later, but probably not because I don't want to be a complainer. But now we're back in Tomorrowland, hoping to do a photo op or one of the first little events.
Resistance fighters were reported in this area. They may have split up. Find them.
Yes, Captain. Let's move.
Eyes and ears on me. You better believe eyes are on you. Our mission is clear. If you have information, you will give that information to us. If you pass the information to the Resistance, you'll be considered a traitor. And a target.
You don't move. Identification now. I'm taking you to Captain Phasma. Move aside, civilians. Captain, this is the one we've been looking for.
We are now over by the launch bay. We are saying hello to Emperor Palpatine and also getting in line for the wave through for Luke, Leia, and I believe R2-D2. So I actually feel pretty good about everything we were just able to get done over in the launch bay and in Tomorrowland area. We were able to do a photo with Luke, Leia, and R2, also with Jabba and Salacious B. Crumb, and also with Han in Carbonite. And now we're going to go head over to Main Street. Oh, and of course we just saw Darth Maul and Darth Vader, so that was pretty cool. And now we're gonna go head over to Main Street because the Cavalcade is starting in like 20-ish minutes. This is new this year, so I'm interested to see what it's gonna be like. So we're gonna go head over to Main Street now. It is time to take our photo with the Jedi symbol. And then we are heading in to join the Cavalcade on Main Street. We just participated in the Cavalcade down Main Street, which ended with a photo at the end with Minnie and Minnie up front. It was super cute. You can like barely see us over in the side. You can really only see where we are because I was holding Grogu up. So I'll see about inserting those photos here, but we are now over in Fantasyland. I think we're gonna go over to Toontown because the Magic Key little freebie is over by Mickey's house. So we're gonna do that, and then I think we're gonna see, because I think there's a couple of photo ops maybe in this area, so maybe we'll do that and see what else we get into. Walking through Mickey's house to get our Magic Key freebie. Heading over to catch the Cantina Band. Well, the Cantina Band was very short. It's literally just very quickly going across playing the song, and there was a cool photo op over here. It was like a Tatooine postcard, so we're gonna go over there. We ended up heading out of the event a little over an hour before it ended. I feel like we were able to accomplish a lot of the stuff that we wanted to. And of course, we had to stop at the little dance party on Main Street. This was one of my favorite things from last year, and I'm so glad that they brought it back this year. And now we'll get into some more of my thoughts on the event. This was my husband and I's second year going to Star Wars Nite. We went last year in 2023. And there are a couple things that I think were better and a couple things that I think were not an improvement this year. For starters, the biggest thing that I think the event was missing was fireworks. They had them last year and I really enjoyed it. That was like one of my favorite parts of the night last year. So I was kind of bummed that they didn't bring them back this year, especially because they're doing the like other special like fireworks show this year as part of Season of the Force. I believe that's on the weekends because there's also like the Pixar Fest fireworks happening. There's a lot of stuff happening right now at Disneyland. But I was just kind of bummed that they didn't bring that back. They did introduce a couple of new things, like some of the lightsaber things that were happening, and then also the cavalcade that they did, the like fan cavalcade where you were like walking down Main Street. They had that twice, I believe, and I feel like they maybe could have done that just once and like done it later in the night, like maybe at like 11, and done the fireworks as normal at like 9:30. I don't know. That's my thought on that. Another like small detail, but one of the really cool things that they did last year was on It's a Small World, they had all these projections of like different characters and scenes and stuff, but this year they just had like stars being projected and like asteroids, so it wasn't like the same kind of thing. I don't know, that was one of my favorite like little details that they did last year. I also think that the Magic Key Perk, it was a patch. I don't think that that was as good. Last year they had these little, I don't know what they technically were, but oh, they were buttons. They were buttons, but I actually took out the button part in the back. I did a little like DIY project with it. I took out the little button part in the back and I hot glued a magnet onto the back of it, so now it's a magnet on our fridge, and I really liked that. I just don't have any use for a patch. We actually forgot, I mentioned this in the Disney Channel Night video, we actually totally forgot to go get the free patch thing, so yeah, we got it this year, but I wish that they had done something a little bit more unique. On that note, with like the designs of things, I think that a big improvement for the after hours events this year in total is that they have done, they've stepped up the merchandise, because last year in 2023, they didn't even release pins for any of the after hours events except for Oogie Boogie Bash. The only thing that they did was like the same kind of design. It just basically has like a castle and it says like Disneyland After Dark, Sweethearts Night, Princess Night, whatever. I got the Princess Night t-shirt last year, or it's not even a t-shirt, it's like a baseball tee with like the darker sleeves, you know. I got that last year, but they didn't release any pins, and I said that in all of my after hours videos last year. I was like, I really hope that they're gonna step up the merchandise and they're gonna like make cool stuff. I feel like there's so many like fun things that they could have done with, you know, couples in love for Sweethearts Night, or for Princess Night, they could have obviously done, you know, all the different princesses, whatever. Same with Star Wars Night. So this year they stepped things up. We didn't go to Sweethearts Night, but I know that they had like different and merchandise for it. They had pins. Same thing when we went to Disney Channel Night, they had different stuff. And then for Star Wars Night, same thing. They had a bunch of really cool merchandise, but we actually never even got a chance to see any of it because they did the same thing that they did, I think, during Disney Channel Night, which I am not really a fan of this strategy. I don't really know why they did this, but basically they started selling the merchandise, I think at 6 o'clock, out of the area that I can't remember what it's called, but it's like right on the side of the Star Trader. When you're like exiting Space Mountain, it's like that little area. There's that little like room. And I mean, it's not little, it's big. I'm picturing it, but I can't remember what it's called. I'll put it on the screen. But they apparently started selling merchandise in there as early as 6 o'clock. I was told by a cast member in there that they had people lining up like right at 6 to get merchandise. And they started selling things right away. So then by the time that the event started, they stopped selling things in there like by 8 o'clock. And then people started lining up in the Emporium, and there was already a massive line. So by the time we got over there at like 8:40, when Bill was done eating his food, and I had like found out about this, I asked a cast member and they were like, there's really limited availability left for basically everything. They were sold out of sizes already. And the event pin that I wanted was sold out. So that's just kind of frustrating. I don't know why they're doing that instead of just like making everything available starting at 9 o'clock. I get it because they're doing like the early entry, but they don't put that information anywhere. Like it's not in the brochure. Maybe I should have gone and asked, because we did get into the park early. We got in there at like 6:45 or something. So maybe I should have gone and asked earlier, and then I would have been able to get it. And at the end of the day, it's not like a huge deal. It's a pin, and if I really want it, I can like try to trade for it. But the annoying thing is that it's available on eBay for like 5 times the price of what it's being sold for, and that's just frustrating that like the, you know, people that are buying it are just going and reselling it versus like people that actually just want to have it. So hopefully I'll be able to get it one day, but I was just a little bit upset about that because I wanted to not only just like see the merchandise, but like I said, I wanted that pin. But yeah, I think that's really it for my thoughts. One of the fun things that some of the stuff that I think was better this year, at least for our experience, was that a lot of like the bigger characters and stuff, things moved a lot faster. So it kind of worked out very well that after that, we were able to get in line for the like Luke and Leia and R2 walkthrough. I think that last year they did all 3 of those separately, and the lines were really long. I remember when we like walked up and we saw where Leia was meeting last year, they told us the line was like 2.5 hours, but we waited in line for like 25 minutes and we got to just like snap a quick photo. It wasn't a photo pass photographer. We just had the person who was like with us in line. He took a photo for us and then we took photos for him. But that was nice that we were able to just like really quickly get a photo with them, like say hi, and then we got our photos with Jabba and Han Solo, and that was all in like the same area, so that was nice. And then the Darth Maul and Darth Vader like quick walkthrough, that was literally like they were rushing people along, so I was just able to like really quickly snap a photo of Bill, and I took like a little selfie video with Darth Maul, so that was nice. I feel like we got a lot of the other photo ops in as well, but those were like the ones that we really wanted to do. And we don't really prioritize much going on like a ton of rides during the events because we're able to go to Disneyland, you know, quite frequently with our magic keys. So I feel like that is pretty much it for all my thoughts. I feel like I'm like talking in circles a bit, but if you have any questions about anything related to Star Wars Nite or Season of the Force, I'm happy to try to answer them the best that I can if you leave me a comment down below. I do think that after hours events can be really fun, but honestly, I feel like kind of burnt out by them. One, they're just like really expensive. It's like $160 per ticket, and I honestly think that maybe moving forward, if we do any after hours events, it'll probably just be Oogie Boogie Bash, because I think that that is our favorite event. But I'm not sure. We'll see if they maybe introduce something new, like how they had Disney Channel night this year for the first time, and last year they had Princess Night for the first time, so like those were fun, but I don't know, we'll see. I'd love to know your thoughts if you have also attended after hours events at Disneyland, and what you think of them, if you think that things have improved or if anything has declined. Like I said, love to have a discussion with you in the comments. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Let me know if you have any future video requests. I'd love to hear those as well. If you're not already subscribed, I'd really appreciate it if you would do so down below. We're almost at 400 subscribers, which is really exciting. And that's gonna be it. So I'll see you in my next video again really soon. Bye.